Let's go a little wider. How far are they? 50? Alright, we should be okay out at 50. I'm not sure of the feral humans' abilities compared to the zombies. Feral humans might have a longer view range that I have to worry about. That is quite the crowd in there, though. Still not seeing any of the bodies, so maybe it's a random group instead of a body site. Usually there's a body site involved. No. Ooh, I can go get some acorns if I'm willing to fight a horde for them. We shall avoid. Wild boar. We will also avoid wild boar. Alright, so far the Migos haven't bothered us. We've got clear openings here so we can see where the road goes. I'm not sure how far I actually want to travel away from our quote-unquote home area there. Homeless camp. Homeless camp's not going to have much that we would care about. Not likely anyway. Uh-oh. So we got a wreck with stuff. What do we see? Clothes. MP3 player. And one of those plastic bags that I needed. And I can't see a couple of the items that are in the vehicles. I don't see anything moving, so we'll go ahead and approach. These shouldn't be people getting up. Scissor jack and a wheel, not helpful. And, ooh, an entrenching tool and a long rope. Nice. Take that. We'll wear that. We'll take the tool. And we're going to eat the cookies while we're here. Cookies are not showing up on my list. Why? Not. Whoop. Cookies are right below me. Apparently they're on the ground. Alright. Oh, you're going to make me take them out of the box first, aren't you? This is one of those situations. Unload cookies. Eat. Cookie. Alright, so we've got some cookies in our belly. We left the rope. Or did I? Alright, now I'm confused. There we go. Forgot I reset the options, so west of me. West of me is there on the ground. Here's the rope. I don't have a lot of battery power to worry about playing MP3 players right now. We'll grab it. We'll ditch it if we have to. Alright, so not terrible. So we can see the river did make an interesting bend there, so that is a bridge that would get us over to this side. That'd be a terrible one to try to get to, though. So let's ignore that for the moment. We'll check out down this road a little further. So I mentioned earlier, this kind of challenge is twofold. It's both an interesting challenge for me, brain puzzle-wise, to see if I can actually make progress and see how far I can get without killing a single thing. But it's also kind of a newer tutorial, educational thing for newer players. So if you're watching and you are a newer player or an older player that has questions, please ask in chat. I'm happy to answer questions, expound upon ideas, explain what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, all that kind of stuff. So don't be shy. Feel free to ask away. Cities and cities. Houses directly south of me and apparently another city to the west of me. I'm going to go off the road here, keep it just in sight on the edge so I can try to make sure I catch any vehicles that might be on the road, but also fill into the south. That might be one continuous city. Oh, is that a stadium? Stadium bar. Crap. I love it. Gotta have a stadium. We had was it a baseball field to the north of the other one? So my approach to the other city had a baseball field. Tons of zombies in the baseball field. On the approach to the other next city, I've got a football stadium. There's tons and tons and tons of zombies in the football stadium. Used to be when I would drive by these, I'd see like 8 or 10 zombie masters in the middle, which I guess were posing as coaches. And they were busy upgrading all of the zombies nearby. Not sure if that's still the case, but yeah, that's a problem. We're rapidly getting closed in with places I can't go during daylight hours. It's 2 in the afternoon. I could try to wrap around to the north, but again, I'm really worried about that Migo, especially with forest nearby. Because I could be walking along, seeing nothing, and then Amigo steps out from around a tree, and all of a sudden he's in close range, and I can't outrun those things. Unlike zombies that I can outmaneuver. So I don't think I can risk trying to make that gap there. That would put me in an awful lot of danger. So we're going to go south a bit and see how this opens up. New market. I think these are 2 separate towns. So, we've got a bookstore and a gun store. Houses on the outskirts. Yeah, I have a bit of a problem when talking to new players about the game in that it's really hard for me to see it from their perspective anymore. I've just got so many hours in the game now, it's hard for me I just automatically know. I mean, I can look at a map and automatically know so many things, or look at a tactical situation and just know so many things. And it's hard for me to pass on that kind of information unless I'm really, really focusing on trying to explain exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and everything. And it's weird how the smallest things and knowing about the smallest things make the biggest differences in survivability. I mean, I see new people complain in the Discords constantly about how impossible this or that start is, or so on, and they're not impossible. They're just lack of knowledge and lack of experience 90% of the time. It's not that the game's unfair. Occasionally, yeah, random gen will be random gen and mess with you, but what will kill a brand new player 9 times out of 10, an experienced player can easily just yawn and walk away from or deal with, which is the good thing about the game. I mean, knowing that the challenge is in learning and experience, not just brutal RNG death after brutal RNG death, means that you can increase your abilities and get better at the game outside of just total random variables. Oh, we got a dojo. Ooh. What kind of martial art would a total pacifist go for? Aikido? Tai Chi? Huh. What would we go for? I'd want something with the least amount of damage, but the highest amount of dodges, not counters, dodges, blocks, grab breaks. I know Aikido is one. Tai Chi. There's at least 1 or 2 others. I'm not going to worry about it over much because it's going to come down to what we find, not really what my druthers would be. But, yeah. Judo, maybe? Yeah, maybe. So, dojo is a spot where we have a fairly good chance, especially on 1.0 drop rates, of getting martial arts manuals to train us. That would be really, really powerful, so I'm really liking the north end of this town right now. We got a section of houses that we can visit with cover nearby that we can duck into. So we've got this row here plus this group over here. Or I could make a short run to get into cover if I got into trouble. We've got a bookstore we could raid for valuable books. We've got the dojo where we might, depending on which version of the dojo it is, there's different versions of the building. Hopefully it's the old style, not the new style. And we could get martial arts that could prove very helpful. Gun store doesn't pose much desire for me unless it's the gunsmith gun store where I could get a few certain types of tools and materials. Other than that, I got no use for guns, obviously. So yeah, I'm so far kind of liking the looks of this town. I gotta avoid the zombie. So zombies there at 58. We still got a little bit of space we can move. No chance I'm going to try to get in there in the daylight, by the way. Just not, no way. Not with a no-killing rule. It just wouldn't go well. I'm just trying to get as much exposed as I can. So we got a fairly good residential section over here. I'm really good at residential running. I am a residential parkour expert. I always love residential areas because they're the easiest places to maneuver and avoid and get away from enemies. The commercial, industrial type districts are much, much harder for that kind of thing. We got a garage. Garage is good. I was hoping I could get this next row set up or find a high building I could get to. But we got solid forest blocking us over here. I don't want to go into the forest if I can avoid it. I need to stay in these open spaces because bad things could step around the corner coming at me in the forest that I wouldn't be able to get away from. So, I think the choice now is, do I stay down in this area and just hang out for X hours until dark and then try to make a run in? Or do I pull all the way back to the base, finish up whatever I wanted to do with the intent of coming back down this direction? I could pull back to the base, go north, check how this area looks, and then decide whether to go north or south. I am not going to commit to going into the mansion. Too few rewards for way too much danger for a no-kill run. Can't cross the river easily. There's nothing west of me, so it's pure north, pure south question. I don't see a lot of advantage of trying to get into this city versus just coming a little bit further south. Much, much better choices down south, better cover that I can retreat into. So I think I'm going to leave this place completely alone. There's no particular buildings in there that I have any particular need to get to. There are 2 car dealerships. That's actually somewhat tempting. They've got cars in the parking lots that I might be able to use. I might try to peek my way in. The other consideration for long-term survivability is the moon. So we're on day 63. In about a week, a little less than a week, we're going to start getting a moon vision bonus at night that the zombies don't get the equivalent bonus for. So if I can just hang out in the forest or in that cabin for a week, crafting, reading, and so on, we would then get the moon bonus, which would make my nighttime running around survivability vastly, vastly better. I don't know that I currently have enough things that will keep me busy if I just hang out at this cabin for that full length of time, though. So ideally, I would like to at least get into the bookstore here, if I can manage it. Check out the dojo and hit a couple of houses. That would give me books to read and possibly tools or materials that I'm going to need in order to wait out the moon bonus. I can't stress enough just how big an advantage it is raiding at night with a full moon or even a partial moon. Yeah, I don't have the food supply to last that long currently, but remember that the evac shelter has got like 50 or 60 more protein rations, so I could keep myself alive for that full amount of time just on the protein rations in the evac shelter. I wouldn't be happy. We'd have to be fighting off the morale negatives for, you know, eating Soylent Green the entire time, but it could be done. And we could start foraging and things like that as well. So we have options. For a no-kill run, I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around some of the things I need to be careful of and how I'm going to push the character forward and keep myself in doing things that are interesting, engaging, educational, and dangerous without being stupid. So I want to keep the guy alive, but I also don't want the challenge to devolve into me just squatting in the cabin for however long I feel like squatting in the cabin. I mean, I could just go boil up 10-gallon jugs of water and raid the evac shelter for 50 protein rations, and I could spend a month sitting in that cabin. I don't find that particularly interesting or educational or entertaining, so I'm not going to do that. But I do have limits on my suicide tendencies. So, and that wouldn't be, like I said, it's not interesting. I want to know if I can keep advancing the character skills and abilities and gear and push myself into dangerous circumstances and still stay alive, even with a no-killing rule. So that's the challenge for me. So we're not going to do that. But short term, I think we might go play in the woods a little bit. We'll go back off slightly and just mess around, do some foraging, get our scavenging or our survival skill up a level, and then I'll make a decision. Because it's going to take, we got 7-8 hours before the sun goes down. And that's if I want to push towards this city. One thing I don't like is the arrangement of buildings to get to the bookstore. I'd probably like to come at it from the north side here. Kind of come in diagonally. Get into this first house if I can, if it's clear. Then come south. Because I like to have a clear path that I've scouted. That I know what might be around me. The worst thing I can do is just start running randomly into an unscouted direction. And use up my stamina and then just keep encountering more and more and more enemies. So my danger point here is just the vision range. With no moon bonus, I've only got 2 vision range. So if I meet something, it's in my face. Alright, yeah, let's back off slightly, and we'll do the scavenging first, and then we'll decide from there what we're going to do. Actually, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break. So we're about a little over 3 hours in. I need to stretch the back and the legs, and... Zombie dog staring at me. What are you staring at? He's giving me the zombie dog eyeball. But yeah, so let me go do that, and I'll be back in just a few, and we'll keep on rolling. See you here in a bit. Okay, I am back. Let's see. Let's turn off some zombie dog screens here. Goodbye, zombie dog. Okay, where were we? We were going to go scavenging. So, what we're going to try to do is raise our survival skill by scavenging bushes. These kind. Nope, not that kind. Where are the scavenger bushes? They changed the graphic on me. Not those. Not these fern-looking things. Nope. Ah, these? Oh. Damn it. Which ones are they now? Oh, it's these things right here. That one I'm standing on. There we go. Alright, we didn't find anything. So, we're going to go to options, turn on auto features, auto foraging, bushes and trees both. I don't want any auto pickup, and we're going to drop pretty much anything we find. Now we're just going to go for a stroll in the woods. Not the safest thing. But this way I don't have to... Oh, wonderful. I'm going to get that message every time, am I? Oh, crap. It's going to be joyous. Let's see. This way, down this way. Adler bark? Alder bark? So, how are we doing so far? We're at 60% already. I'm only going to take it to 1, probably. I'm not going to worry about it beyond that. Oh, man, is that annoying. Old pine trees. So, 77%. Pine bows, pine cones. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm trying to avoid going too far in. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. This is also how you gather materials if you're doing a naked and afraid in a woods. 88%. A little bit more. Start working my way back the other direction again, just a little deeper in this time. Where am I? Ooh, rhubarb. Fresh rhubarb. Oh, never mind. Alright, did we make it? We made it. Alright, that's all I care about. Whoops. Stop it. Options. Turn off. Don't forget to turn that off. You can kill yourself if you have auto-harvesting, auto-foraging type stuff on, and then get into a running fight, and you're trying to move through the forest, and the whole time you're doing it, you're stopping to pick bushes and so on. Yeah, it can be really bad, so don't forget to turn that thing back off again. What's the plan to deal with runners and dogs? Know that they're a possibility, and know that in places that I might encounter them, I need to make sure I have blockers. I have vehicles, I have buildings, and so on. That's the only way you can deal with them. They are as fast, if not faster than me, and have infinite stamina, so the only way to lose pursuit is to put something between you and them. So, parks I'll be on the lookout for example. I don't want to go anywhere near anything that says park, swimming pool, anything with high volumes and with things that might have the runners and the dogs. So some of it I can't avoid, and we're gonna probably have problems. But the trick, as always, is to just know your environment and keep an eye out on where you're at and where you might be able to go for protection. I'm most fearful of the night vision. I can maneuver my way around most things, but I got to know they're coming in order to be able to do it effectively. So unless we get some kind of a vision-enhancing option, the moon is my best bet for survivability. So I'm willing to take the risk this early in to do a raid into town to try to get to the bookstore and the dojo and maybe a house or two, and then pull back away again. Because I need something to do for the week it's going to take before the moon really starts kicking in and giving us some benefits. So hopefully I can do that. Just get a handful of good books that'll take me up a bunch of levels, and then fill in a few more gaps in materials or tools that we might have, and or food. I don't have that much capacity, though, so I mean, I'm limited in how much I'll be able to carry out. Even if we do find a lot of good books, my ability to carry a lot of books is is non-existent. So, unless I trundle a shopping cart all the way home, we're going to have a bit of a problem. So, we're already looking at having to drop some fairly important things if we're going to make the attempt. So, I might actually pull back to, like, the road here and make a drop point. Leave everything in my inventory in a safe spot, quote-unquote, and mark it. And then make the raid into town. If I succeed, then I can come back out and drop it again. And then either drag it all the way home, or make a couple of trips, or get a shopping cart, or so on. So, that's one of the worst feelings in the game, is finding something really cool that you can't carry. So, and then sitting there and having to make the agonizing choices of what gets to stay and what gets to go. That's always great. You find that one super thingamajig doodad that you've been looking for, and you just can't carry it without dropping 5 other super important thingamajig doodads. Ah, the joys of inventory management. Alright, so we've accomplished the first thing, and almost no time has gone by. So, what to do? We got a little bit more of a look at the city. We got a pretty good residential section, but it's a little far away from where I want to actually be. I cannot go into the town in the daylight. So, let's either sit around and let time pass, or take a longer trip somewhere. Yeah, a bike would be nice. A bike would actually be really useful. Bike would be a good find as well. Prefer a vehicle, of course, but any kind of transport enhancement would be very, very valuable. And I'm really worried about this no vision thing. So the typical day raiding strategy is to kind of hang around at the outskirts of the city, you inch your way in, draw zombies to you, one or two at a time, kill them, clear a path, and then move into a building that you've cleared a path to and loot and back off and then do it again. With a no killing option, I don't have that luxury. And this is just not going to happen. I'm hard pressed. It's either back off just to an empty space and wait, and then make this extremely dangerous, no night vision, no movement bonus, run into the town. God, that's going to be rough. Unicycles have been in game forever. There's been unicycles for a very long time. Is it a vehicle? Unicycle. They've been in game for, I don't remember how long, years. You don't see them very often, but they're in game. Does a burning building count as killing? Once again, the avoid the rules lawyers are piling in. So we are obeying the letter and the spirit of the perfect pacifist. We shall not kill, nor through our actions cause harm to enemies. No setting fires on purpose to kill things. No digging pits and leading them into them. No goo trapping things. None of that stuff. I'm not interested in finding ways around the pacifist rule. We are going out of our way to enforce every version of the pacifist rule. And our kill thing is still clean. No monsters killed yet. Or animals or anything else. Oh man, I am really just I'm really hesitant about making this run in. The smart play is to back off to that cabin and literally sit there for a week. That is the, if I really was min-maxing my way to survival, that would be the thing to do. But I don't think that's all that interesting. So we're going to attempt to make a nighttime raid with a default character with no skills, no abilities, no night vision. We're going to try to raid the town. So I think that's more interesting. One Cipriani 1 redeemed a Mega Biscuit for Zombie Dog. Well, what are you thinking? You think Zombie Dog deserves a Mega Biscuit? One of these things here that he can totally see me wagging? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Apparently Zombie Dog's day vision is good enough. He can spot this from 4 spaces away. Alright, stop making a pool of saliva on my floor. There you go, buddy. From one Cipriani 1. Zombie Dog is enjoying his Mega Biscuit. In the hallway where he belongs. Alright, so let's back off a little further from the city. And I've got some of it mapped in, so my map memory is going to help me a bit. That's the other reason why I was trying to inch my way forward. I wanted as much map memory generated as I could. Let's actually try to inch forward a little further. See if we can get any more map memory in place before I have to pull back. How close am I? 52 should be fine still. Alright. I didn't really add much yet. Work our way over to the east, see if we can inch south a few more tiles. Or west, I mean. The danger here is if something steps out from around that fence line there, I could get seen instantly. Alright. A vehicle on the outskirts. No wheels. Man, I am no wheels Vormithrax. If a Z spots you for a moment and loses sight of you the very next turn, how long does it pursue the vision of you? It will move to the space that it saw you at. So if I am at night and I flip on a flashlight and then immediately flip it off again, the zombies will, all the zombies that spotted me will travel to the space that I stood in. They're going to keep moving until they get to the spot you're in, at which time they will generally then follow your scent cloud. Mark Giroux is asking me questions about NPCs. Why would I care? They're all dead to me. I am the sole survivor of the Cataclysm. There are no other people. What are these NPCs that you speak about? There are no player characters. That's what I've got. They're not non-player characters. They are no player characters. They are invisible to me. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get much more spotted, unfortunately, without trouble. I didn't know or realize earlier, though, we have a good advantage here, because we got a line-of-sight blocking fence. That is actually really, really valuable, as both line-of-sight blocker, but also as a tool for me to hop over to avoid pursuit or to slow down pursuit. So that's actually a really good thing. There is a very slim chance that I could work my way along, then during the daylight hours, hop the fence, get into the house, and do some looting, and avoid being seen if their house is empty. That's a possibility. I'm not going to try to take it, but that cements my desire for how I'm going to approach this situation, because I'm going to back off to like here, and then I'll approach by coming down the line of this forest. We'll hop the fence into that house, and then we'll just try to go straight for the bookstore. The bookstore is the most important target. So if I manage to get a few books of certain types, then we'll bail, and I'll get back out of here. I just need something to help me occupy my time and push us forward advancement-wise while we wait out the moon bonus. So let's go ahead and back off. Let's put thought to action here. Stop talking about it and actually do it. All right, we should be fine right around here. We're just gonna stand here for like 6 hours. Wait a while. This is gonna suck a bit for you know, food and all that. But what do we got? 6 hours? Oh, 7 hours. Oh crap! Man, that sucks. Hey, look, I can do the balaclava now. Because I got my survival 1. That's pretty much what I wanted it for. And it doesn't have proficiencies. Yay! Need to have my needle nearby and some minor items, and we can have our balaclava, so my mouth won't be all cold. 42 torso encumbrance. Is that rope? Oh, that's that rope. That's right, I got that other thing. Let's head back up to the road. We'll go to the road and we'll make our drop point. I forgot that I had all this other stuff. I guess we could make the drop point that little barn. Nah, let's just use the road. Okay, not taking you in, or you. I'm not going to need any of the tools. Binocs are not going to be useful during the night. Definitely don't need a bunch of wrappers. Alright, cell phone, flashlight, whistle, definitely. Matchbook, maybe. Knife and the hose, definitely. Walking cane, oh yeah. And the long rope. And I won't need the sunglasses at night, but I don't want the glare during the day either. Everything else can... Alright, so this is how we're going to go in. The best I can manage. We're still just chilly on our poor mouth parts.
Keep up the good peace.
Hey there, Carrick Fergus. Keep up the good peace. I get it. I will try. I'll try. Whether we succeed or not, I don't know. This run into town is going to be, I think, the deciding factor. We'll see if my knowledge and ability can overcome the circumstances and the danger. Yeah, I think that's everything. So we'll just leave the rest of that stuff sitting there. We'll have some food and water before we head in, and then we'll make some decisions on what to carry out with us when we get back to this point. So let's pass some time. We'll do it in increments. We'll do 3 hours and then check our food and thirst and all that. At least time is moving at a pretty good pace. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got a weasel. A weasel. Better leave me alone, weasel. That would be pretty annoying if I got messed over by a weasel. Alright, almost 4 hours to go. We'll do a 3-hour wait again. I am allowed to butcher carcasses for meat if they are dead through absolutely no interaction of my own. So not accidental or otherwise. I can't dig pits or burn things or befriend a dog and let the dog kill things. None of that stuff. So, but if I happen across a dead moose, then I'm allowed to butcher it and eat it. I'm not vegan, but I am a pacifist. All right, let's go ahead and have some food. 1, 2 protein, 3 protein, and we'll wait out the dark and we'll get some water. And 1 more hour. All right. Ditch our sunglasses and our protein bar. Have a sip of water. There we go. All right, we're satisfied. We're hydrated. We got a chilly mouth. I can't help that. That's what the balaclava will be for. Once we get back to our base, we'll get that taken care of. Stats, skills, nothing else is bad. But here's the problem. That is my sight range. 2 spaces. Oh, the glory, the glory. So, we're going to go here first. Make sure that we have safe mode turned on. Go to map mode. I want to go here. You want to send me on the road, huh? How about we not do that? How about we go this way first? Then we go across this way. Alright. So here we go. Recently watched the zones tutorial and it helped you. I'm glad it helped you. You know how many times I've used the zones in game? Not many times. It's funny how many things I do tutorials and educational videos for that I never actually use in my own gameplay. Kind of makes me laugh. So people ask me follow-up questions on some of that stuff, and I'm like, I never use it. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't count if they kill themselves on my fists, even if I'm just standing there being defensive. That still counts. I gotta not do that as well. I'm nervous about the cane. I'm nervous about the walking cane. I got a love-hate relationship with the idea of the walking cane. Yes, it gives me medium blocking ability, but if I accidentally walk into something, it's also going to increase the damage I accidentally do to them and could ruin my run. What I fear most is zombies that were killed previously by something else and resurrect with like half a bar of hit points, like 5 hit points, and then I accidentally step into them while moving and kill them. That's what I fear. I fear that more than I fear actual normal combat encounters. So, that's one of the things I'm worried about. So we're going, I'm not sure. Yeah, hands-free off. We're going with no style. Prevent weapon attacks and force punches or kicks. We'll say force unarmed. There we go. I don't think I get credit for boomer kills when they just blow up. I'm not 100% on that, but I don't think they go on my tally when they just step next to me and explode. We'll find out. If so, we might have to adjust our our settings a bit, because I can't control that. Yeah, that's what I'm undecided on the walking cane. I mean, I like the idea of having some blocking ability, but the chance I'll step into something is worrying. All right, let's do this thing though. Here's the real deal. This is where things get serious. So, my thinking, like I said, I've tried to set this up with as much forethought and knowledge ahead of time as possible. I approached as close as I could to give me map memory. So I've got map memory down to this region, so I know exactly what everything looks like and where the corners and the buildings and so on are. Everything beyond that is going to be a black hole of me not knowing. So that's where it gets dicey. But we're going to go south, hop the fence, check out this house. Hopefully it'll be a house I can use as a retreat point. It'll be empty, and then we're going to come outside, and I'll be heading south towards the bookstore. That is the plan. Not much really else I can do for trying to set this situation up. I've divested myself of inventory, so I've maximized what I can carry, which isn't much. I'm hoping in that house I can find a different carry capacity item, like a duffel bag or a hiking backpack or something like that. That would be great. I'm not overly concerned about torso encumbrance. I don't have much in the way of dodge to lose anyway, and if something's adjacent to me, I'm already in trouble. So, let's see what happens. Safe mode is on. Let's just get moving. Alright, so we hop the fence into a pack of Dobermans. I need a quiet way in. Hopefully, I don't have a prying tool, so hopefully there's a glass door I can go in, or an open window. But we do have a drain pipe back here. I'd like to avoid the noise of breaking... sometimes it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Every once in a while, I get one right. Alright, oh my god. Please tell me that's what I hope it is. Please tell me that's what I hope it is. So who sees what I see? I don't think it's what I hope it is, or what I'm hoping for. I'm pretty sure it's the other thing that looks like it but isn't. Yep. I think it's a smart lamp though, instead of an atomic lamp. Maybe the lava. I think most of the atomic lamps usually start lit, so it's probably not the atomic lamp. Yeah, it's a smart lamp. I figured. Smart lamp was the thing it was most likely to be. I was hoping for an atomic. Man, would that be nice. 0.95 weight, 0.5 volume. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know the exact efficiency ratings on the various light sources. Oh, we got an upstairs in this. This house is awesome. This house is awesome. We're immediately going upstairs. Almost universally safer upstairs than anywhere else in any buildings. Well, not any buildings, but we're definitely going upstairs. Less likely to have any enemies. What do we got? We got more antiseptic... mirrors, toilet paper, soap bars. Not worried about most of that stuff. We'll take the antiseptic. I didn't bring any medicine with me. I probably should have brought at least one first aid kit. That would have been probably worth the space. So good thing that showed up. That takes almost no space, so we'll take those two. So we got a little bit of light painkiller, and we got antiseptic in case we get bit. So I'm happy we found that. Alright, what else we got? That goes out onto the roof. Oh, the joy of having two spaces of vision. Come on, hiking backpack. Ooh, hiking boots and football armor. Football armor? I think I'm probably going to end up sticking with my sneakers. Well, maybe not. Give me those. Give me that. Compare. Let's talk comparisons. So if you do capital I, Shift I, that brings up the compare menu instead of just the inventory menu. And then you can select two items, so hiking boots and my sneakers. And then you can see a side-by-side comparison, so you can figure out which one you prefer. So, what I'm mostly considering, the hiking boots are going to be heavier. They're also going to be more protective. They've got twice the protection ratings for cut and bash, 4 versus 2. They've also got better coverage. They cover 95% of my feet instead of just 80%, so they're more likely to absorb hits and prevent damage from going through. But they also have greater encumbrance. So they're 6 encumbrance versus 2 encumbrance. So you pay for that protection value. Since it's about the only thing I'm wearing on my feet, it would have very minimal impact. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it everything on price? Am I am I doing it wrong? I am cataclysming in the wrong fashion. Just look at the price and use whichever one's higher. That's the way to play. That simplifies things quite a bit. I think I am going to switch. Kind of like the sneaker idea, but let's go ahead and switch. Go with the hiking boots. And then the football armor, I usually don't look too closely at armor that's got like this kind of coverage rating. So if you're not aware, when you look at clothing and armor, this coverage rating is one of the absolute most important things to know about and to look at when making your decisions. Even if this was 100 bash, 100 cut protection, I likely wouldn't wear it at 45% coverage. What this means is zombie swings at you and hits, game rolls some dice to see where you get hit. If you get hit in the torso, and there's different ratios for the different body parts, if you get hit in the torso, though, it then says, all right, let's look at the torso configuration on the armor. When it gets to the football armor, it then rolls dice again, and this is the percentage that it will actually block the damage. So only 45% of the time when you get hit in the torso is this number going to do anything. So at 100 protection, if it's only going to block it 50% of the time, it's really not doing you all that much good. I mean, if you have no other choices, sure, it could be helpful. But as soon as you've got options, I would not pick something like that. So having low coverage values means too often you get 0 protection. So it's not you get 99, 45%, and you get some other value, the other 55%. It's you get 99, 45%, you get nothing on 55% of the time. So just be aware, coverage is extremely important. The difference between 95 and 100 is actually a gigantic difference. That's why Survivor armor is talked about so much and is used so much, because it's 100% coverage for most of the Survivor armor pieces. Not all of them, but most of them. And most other armors of serious use are in the range of 90 to 95%. But that still allows all that damage to come through a small percentage of the time. So just be aware of how that works and understand that while it looks like a small number at 5% difference, it can actually add up to be a gigantic number. So there's also the whole topic of how much protection do you need? You only need 12 points or so bash cut protection to be immune to 95, 98% of all the damage you're ever going to take in the game anyway. So loading up more armor than that only helps you in extremely, extremely minute percentage of the circumstances, and you should be avoiding those circumstances anyway. So, I see somebody talking about the Asapi vest. I hate the Asapi vest. I think the Asapi vest is stupid, and I laugh at people that use it. Yes, I laugh at all of those people. As soon as I see the Asapi vest, I immediately take the plates out of it and just use the base vest. And I've explained why many, many times. You guys that like it, go for it. You and your Asapi vests and your all pikes and all the other crazy stuff you guys love to use. More power to you. Have fun with it. So, football armor, since I have nothing currently, is something to consider. But it is a lot of encumbrance. And while I said earlier I'm not too concerned about encumbrance, I am concerned about that much encumbrance for that low a coverage rate. I mean, taking on 35 encumbrance for a 45% chance that it's going to block damage? No. No thanks. So I'm going to continue to say no to the football armor. I don't think there'll ever come a time where I'll put that stuff on. Alright, so there's another speech down. See if I've enraged all of the Isapi Vest enthusiasts quite enough. What do we got? I'm looking for hiking backpacks, game. I need duffel bags and backpacks. Ooh, ski mask. Ski mask. Hey, ski mask. Am I too warm? Yeah, now I'm too warm. It's funny. We flipped it too far. Too far. We went from cold to too hot. Oh, man. I'm going to leave it on just for a little bit. Well, maybe I won't. I'd rather deal with a negative from the temperature on my mouth than have 10 encumbrance and still have heat problems. But I want to go out. I want to go outside first and see what the temperature is outside instead of in here. So remind me to check my temperature settings when we go outside, because I'll forget. I get easily distracted. That's it, huh? That's the entire upper floor, those 2 rooms. All right. Down we go. Keep exploring. So far, it's been a really good house for us. Uh-oh, we hear something. We hear noises. Ooh, is this was one of those that goes double space. Both of these are part of this same house. That means we got somebody on the property with us. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. They might catch my scent and come chasing me over here. I was really hoping the whole house was going to be empty. Some rollerblades would be nice, too. Ooh, tool belt and a harmonica. Still no carry capacity stuff. Well, we'll go ahead and throw the harmonica on, you know, because it makes us look weird. The good thing about it is it has a holder automatically, a neck holder, and you can do things while you're playing your harmonica, and it doesn't take batteries, and you still get the music bonuses. What next? Still no carry capacity stuff. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping we'd get something. Come on, last chance, I think. Oh, leather touring suit. Arg! Arg! I love the leather touring suit, just mainly to, you know, chop it into leather chunks so I can build my hiking backpacks. I think this run we're probably going to be more likely to find a backpack than we are to craft one. At least especially this early.